meeting. Public notice of this meeting was given to all board members and associates, and a notice dated January 8th, 2026. Adequate and electronic notice of this public meeting has been provided, specifying the time, place, and manner of which this meeting is being conducted. It was advertised in the Courier Post, posted in all schools, the administration office, the municipal building, the library, the Bub Dougal Center, Edgewood Acres, Elmtown, and the Winslow Township Post Office. The mission statement of the Winslow Township School District, a large, diverse, and growing community, is to educate all students to become independent, lifelong learners, critical thinkers, and caring and confident members of their community. The district, in partnership with the community and in the climate of cooperation and mutual respect, will provide an academic environment which values excellence and diversity, encourage students to strive for personal excellence, and assist them in acquiring the knowledge, skills, attitudes necessary to contribute positively to a rapid changing world. Ms. Boyle, roll call.
Mr. Clark?
Mr. Clark has an emergency and will be absent.
Thank you. Ms. Stratton?
Here.
Ms. Floyd?
Present.
Ms. Martin? Present. Mr. Matthews?
Present.
Ms. Nieves?
Present.
Mr. Shaw?
Present.
Ms. Pitts?
Present.
And Mr. Thomas.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Floyd, Mr. Gold, lead.
2025-2026 district goals. Student achievement, continue to implement research-based best practices for delivering instruction and accelerate learning for all students, including all subgroups. This shall include conduct weekly administrative walkthroughs to monitor teaching and learning, utilize the district diagnostic assessment platform to analyze student data to inform and guide instruction, to monitor and track measurable goals and ELA and mathematics in grades 1 through 9, to implement creative ways to accelerate student learning by providing additional support throughout and beyond the school day. Number 2, promote a positive environment for students and staff. Enforce the code of conduct to ensure safety and for students and staff and compliance with the district policies. Incorporate social emotional learning opportunities for students to celebrate positive behaviors. Develop strategies for students with significant behaviors to reduce the interruption of instructional time, decrease negative actions, and improve school attendance. Number 3, increase stakeholder engagement. Explore and expand innovative opportunities to increase parent communication. Create parent learning opportunities with a focus on how to support their child's learning, and continue to share the accomplishments of Winslow students and all student activities.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Pease, are there any awards and presentations at this time?
There are 4 member recognition awards. Am I taking the lead on that?
Yes.
Okay. So. So I came into the district in September, and I had the honor of working with the first board that greeted me, and Mr. McManus was one of those individuals, and I would like to bring Mr. McManus up to recognize him for his years of service. Although my tenure with Mr. McManus has been short, but it's been very productive. So in recognition of loyal service as a member of the Board of Education of Winslow Township, January 2025, December 2025, members Michael Clark, Lorraine Dredden, Wanda Glaw, Rita Martin, Benjamin Matthews, Rebecca Nieves, Cheryl Pitts, John Shaw, and Joe Thomas, and your interim superintendent, Marquise, and your board secretary, Ms. Tyra McCoy Boyle. So congratulations and thank you for giving me this. So our next board member to recognize is Ms. Julie Peterson. Ms. Peterson, could you come up, please? Again, Ms. Peterson was part of the board in hiring me, and our time together has been short, but it's been very productive. And as a member of the Board of Education of Winslow Township from April 2010 to December 2025, a lot of years of service and taking care of young people. Again, the board members, Michael Clark, Lorraine Dredden, Wanda Law, Rita Martin, Benjamin Matthews, Rebecca Nieves, Cheryl Pitts, John Shaw, and Joe Thomas. Your interim superintendent, Mark Pease, Tyra McCoy Boyle, our board secretary. Thank you for your dedication to our community. And as a past president, you are given a gavel. I haven't seen it yet. Can we open it? So she has her official gavel, and it reads, Miss Julie Peterson, in recognition of your service as a president for the Winslow Township Board of Education.
I just want to make a comment. I want to thank everyone for this honor. Let me tell you, this has been a pleasure to work 15 years on the board. I've seen a lot of positive changes, and I know the new board will make the same adjustments and make sure that we grow. But the best thing that happened this week to me is one of your students stated that she wanted, and she's a former cheerleader, stated that she came into Rowan for orientation. She wants to go in, and she is an education major. So we are getting the best and the brightest from Winslow, and I thank you. I've been at Rowan 48 years.
Mr. Mayor.
This thing doesn't exactly flatter me. I get that. Good call. Relax. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Pease, are there any correspondence?
No. We have a district presentation of our district goals. So we'll use this time to go over those goals. I am going to be assisted by the assistant superintendent, Ms. Clement. So, I mean, if you would like, you may want to.
If I may, I just want to make recognition. We have the Ward 3 committee leader, Jack Willie Lee, that's in the house. All right.
So each quarter, we are going to present our quarterly goals. And this is information basically that starts in the summer. I wasn't here for the summer, but it basically starts when school year starts. So there's a lot of good work that took place from my start date until now. And we're going to talk about those things. We're going to go through it. Each board member has the actual report, but Ms. Clement and I will do the presentation. So our goals, like many school districts, student achievement should always be a part of your district goals, and stakeholder engagement and positive school environments. So these areas we will talk about, and we'll talk about some of the things we've done to achieve success in these areas in a short time.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So I will not bore you by reading line by line, but I'll just go through some of the things. When we talk about the coordinated teaching schedules that are in your report, what that is across grade levels, across schools, that allows for greater opportunities for teachers to collaborate, greater ability for administrators to ensure alignment of the delivery of instruction. So in short, what it is in preschool, the 3-year-olds, everyone has the same schedule. 4-year-olds, everyone has the same schedule. In kindergarten, across the district, wherever you go in building 1, 2, 3, and 4, if I want to see math, I can go at 10 o'clock and everyone would be doing that. So this allows for a teacher, if we want to have professional development, we could get teachers from schools 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a call all together, and we can have some conversations about things that we need to do to improve our instruction, things that we need to do for students. So that coordinating teaching schedules is something that we've done across buildings. As a former principal, what I used to do is go to my binder, look up the teacher, see what they were doing for the day, and figure out how it was going to get into a schedule. Now all I need to do is say, what do I need to look at? I know what time it is. I can go to any building and see that, and any building principal can do the same. So our pilot, our ELA pilot, this has been a wonderful undertaking. We have 89 teachers from grades K to 8 piloting 5 programs. The teachers have been absolutely outstanding, dedicated, passionate about their programs, passionate about their professional development, their learning of new research, new techniques, etc. We anticipate a decision by late February, and we'll be developing a rubric based on the reading link to do this. What I gave you in your folders, you'll see, just so that you have, if you have some leisurely reading time, this is guidelines from the Reading League. Everything that we're doing is research-based. Everything that we do is going to be equitable. It's just not who is popular, what material is popular, who likes it best. It's all going to be based on criteria. So what I wanted you to see by giving you this is that in your packet, you'll see some of the research that the teachers are working from. The Simple View of Reading, Scarborough's Reading Group, all late research that we should be moving to so that we have what they call HQIM, and those are high quality instructional materials. So the curriculum office, led by Dr. Ferguson, we will be developing a rubric based on this, and the teachers will then get to choose their program. What has been interesting is some of our vendors that come through and talk to us have said, we've never seen a process like this. We've never seen anything like this. What usually happens is we come into a room, there are 5 boxes and somebody picks the purple one. So we're doing our due diligence across the district to make sure that the next product that we select is one that will benefit our students and staff. So you will be able to see what the teachers are working from, research that they're working from. It'll identify some red flags. So if it's in a pilot and there are red flags and overabundance of them, that may not be the product that we want. So just so that you have something to refer to.
Ms. Clement, if I can add in there.
Sure.
Now, one thing about this process, which is really good, and I've been in several districts that have gone through pilots and looking at making a selection for ELA curriculum. a lot of times the boots on the ground, your teachers don't get a chance to participate in that process. And this is a great way for our teachers to collaborate not only with administrators and our curriculum team, but along with the vendors. So we get to ask them questions and really grill the vendor to make sure that we're getting what we want, and we get a chance to pick the product that best suits our needs.
So for professional development, that is an ongoing thing for us, and we talked about some of the ways that we're facilitating that. On February 13th is our next district-wide in-service. It will be a half day of teacher learning because we are a school, so we have to do that part. But the second half of the day will be wellness for our teachers. So there will be some opportunities for some unwinding, I won't tell all the secrets, but some line dancing, some coloring, some crocheting. And our teachers volunteer to come and lead these activities for us. So they have fun in engaging with their colleagues and just having a good time. So it'll be a good day of teaching and learning and relaxing on our next Wellness Day. Again, the curriculum office is putting together a wealth of activities for us to enjoy. The next two, the administrative walkthroughs and the collaboration, are what principals and assistant principals do all the time, walking through their classrooms to make sure that things are going the way that they should be. Principals are doing observations, they're doing informal walkthroughs, all to make sure that we're following our curriculum. Our collaborative calibration is another type of walkthrough where administrators, Mr. Pease and I, curriculum office, we go through classrooms and we talk as administrators. What did you see? What do you think? How would you score that on an observation? Because as a unit, we need to be consistent, right? What's a 4 over here should be a 4 over here. So those conversations need to happen across the district to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and working as a team for all of our teachers and our students. So that's what those two are. The last three are the diagnostic assessments, the progress monitoring, and the targeting support. We've already completed our first diagnostic. We're actually coming up soon on our second one. So that's where the fun begins, right? We see where our baseline was. Now we see what growth we've made. We start to be able to have some data team conversations as teachers and administrators to say, where does Sharisa need to go for extra help or acceleration? How do I provide that either in small group instruction in my classroom or in any of the offerings that we have as targeted supports for high dosage tutoring, before or after school tutoring, response to intervention within our buildings, et cetera. So all of that has begun. Teachers are diving in. When you see on your board agendas, data team meetings, that's what that is. Meeting of the minds of teachers. They're talking about scores. They're talking about students, what's best for them, and how do we accelerate them through their learning. Okay. Mr. Pease.
So, Dr. Ferguson, this is my standing real quick. So this is Dr. Ferguson, our curriculum director. She's new to our district. And Dr. Ferguson has been doing a phenomenal job jumping in and doing this work along with the leadership of Ms. Clement, who's been doing a phenomenal job just making sure that this area, a priority, a lifeline in our district, is something that we pay a lot of attention to. And their work and Ms. Clement's leadership has really guided us through this process. It's giving teachers the answers. We're tackling tough questions, and we're just making sure that they have a voice in this whole process. And it's through Ms. Clement's leadership that we're able to do this. So we're very pleased with the curriculum department and the leadership of Ms. Clement in our areas of student achievement. So there's some pictures from our professional development, and this is a pilot meeting, and this is the teachers coming together to talk best practices and their experiences with the pilot, and also some information about the impact grant. Anything you want to add on the impact grant?
So the impact grant is when I talked about HQIM, high quality instructional materials, you all approved for us to apply for that. It was a competitive grant. We actually won. So we won close to $200,000. We will use those funds at the end of February to help in our purchase of whatever program we all decide in. So that impact grant will be critical in offsetting some of the cost of what can be one of the most expensive purchases in the district, and that's an EOA program. So that work we have been, has been great, has been beneficial, so.
And that's a huge win for the district, you know, when we are competing against hundreds of districts with these grants, and for us to be selected to receive a grant of that magnitude is important. It's a huge win. So it's letting the state know, or the state's letting us know that we trust your work, we trust what you're doing with these funds, and you're good stewards of these dollars. So we are very excited to have received that grant, and we're looking to receive other grants to support some of our initiatives. So promoting a positive environment, you know, that's pretty dear to me, and we do a great job. We have policies, we have codes of conduct. You know, we develop strategies to you know, deal with some of our significant and difficult behaviors, and very big on social emotional learning. It's important that we handle these three areas in a way that we're constantly promoting these things and making sure that the work is getting done. So when you look at the code of conduct, we use the policy, of course. We use the policy in our student handbooks to guide us in making decisions on dealing with behaviors. But we also want to make sure that our administrators have that level of communication not only with the children, but with the parents, and making sure that, you know, those lines of communications are there and are viable to correcting some of these behaviors. Listen, we're not going to be perfect. No school district is perfect when it comes to behaviors, but it's all about how we service our community and service our students, and how we're able to work out some of these difficult situations. And sometimes my answer may not be the answer the parent wants to hear, and they're going to come to these meetings like this and voice their concerns. But the decisions that we make, it's going to be policy driven, it's going to be in our handbooks, and we're going to provide parents opportunities to communicate with us so that we can kind of resolve it. Are we going to be perfect in that area? Probably not. But we're going to do our best to make sure that we give parents the time and, you know, good reasoning on why or how we're dealing with the behaviors. The same thing with developing strategies. We talk about this all the time with our department heads, how we can support our most difficult students and some of the strategies. We also lean on outside agencies. You know, some of these grants and some of the county supports that we have, we lean on them to provide us with strategies to help support some of these difficult students in the district. Again, is it going to see it? You're going to see a magic wand I sprinkle around and change things? It's not going to happen. It takes a lot of work. It takes communication, and it takes a partnership, not just with us, but a partnership with the community. Parents need to understand that there's a certain way that we need to do school, and there's an expectation on how we do school, and we need them to support that expectation. And sometimes that's not always something that everybody agrees with, but it's the way we need to do it. So we'll continue to communicate those things with our parents. And lastly, social emotional learning. You know, I'm married to a school counselor, and I hear social emotional learning all the time. My house, my family is built on social emotional learning. You know, it's all about kindness. It's all about loving people. And it's all about making sure that you're empathetic to some of the issues that students may be facing. Peeling back the layers to understand what they may be struggling with, what's going on in the home that may be causing that child to be a problem in the classroom, and then showing some love to make sure that we're dealing with those young people, and making sure that we have proven strategies that work, and not give up on finding new strategies that may be beneficial to those students. So me, on my end, I'm promoting this. I go to the buildings, I read the kids, we talk about some of the books that are social emotional learning driven, and I'd like to have our teachers and our principals continue to do that work. So I want to set an example by being there and supporting this initiative, and I know it makes a difference. So when you have an environment where students feel good about coming to, they feel safe, they learn better. So it's up to us to make sure that we can create these environments. Again, are we going to be perfect? We're not going to be perfect in these areas, but we are going to set a standard to make sure that our teachers understand, our administrators understand that it's important that we push these areas and that we have some consistency when it comes to these topics. So that's me in one of the classes, and It was an awesome day. So that book up there, No More Chairs, is a true story. It's about a teacher from New York who, when he was a little boy, he went to a birthday party with his best friend. And mind you, his best friend was Black. So he went to this house for the party and they weren't received well. And basically, he was told there were no more chairs in the house for them to participate in the party. So it talks about how this teacher leaves an empty chair in his classroom to basically, remind him that there will always be a chair for somebody and everyone will be welcome. So I had a chance to talk to these students about that and see how they felt. And it was a serious book, and they really broke it down as far as, what it meant to them and how it made them feel. So, those are the type of things that we're doing. So those are the examples that I'm trying to set for our administrators and our teachers, that even a superintendent gets involved with social emotional learning. And again, that Wellness Day that Ms. Clement talked about, I'm a firm believer in that. School business is hard. Parents got a taste of that during COVID. The work is real work. It's stressful work. And more than ever, you're seeing more teachers leave the business because it's so stressful. And it's our job, if we want to retain these great educators, it's our job to take care of them. So there's going to be days when, you know what? Let's let our hair down. I don't have much of it, but let's relax a little bit. Let's take care of the people who take care of hundreds of students each and every day, because it's important. Because without them, now we're dealing with people who are not really certified that well or pushed through the system to get their certifications, and we're missing out on a lot of great educators who may turn away from the business because of the stress of it. So it's our jobs to keep them. We got to take care of them. Of course, that comes in other forms as well, contractually and things like that. But we got to be able to do those little things, social and emotionally, to take care of our teachers, because it's important. There's days they're balancing their lives, because life doesn't stop when you become a teacher. You walk into that classroom, you got to put your game face on and deal with the game faces of those children, but you still got to be able to do your job on a high level. So we have to look at ways to support our teachers, and I truly believe in any opportunities to support wellness with our teachers is important. So stakeholder engagement is another thing that is dear to me. Communication solves a lot of problems. When we talk, when we let you know what's going on, when you understand what we're struggling with. You take the middle school, for example. That was a huge undertaking. That was a huge emergency. And the best way for me to handle that was share the struggle that the school district was facing with the community. Not hide it. It was a problem. It wasn't going away. And we had to make some tough decisions about it. But by giving parents an opportunity to know what we were dealing with, I think that allowed them to trust that we were making the right decisions. So communication is important, and having that type of communication in ways where may not have been a common thing in the past, but I'm okay with being on social media. I'm okay with doing videos. I just met with the TV production class today. They do a phenomenal job, and Ms. Clement and I have some things planned for the next coming weeks as far as improving our communication. I just created a public relations group here in this building to kind of help with our branding of the district. We want to continue to show the community all the great things that we're doing. And again, there's always going to be some difficult things. There's always going to be some turbulence in the air that says, what's going on in Wisdom. But you know what? There's always going to be a lot of good things happening. And it's up to us to make sure that we promote those things. Life is life. School is a living, breathing thing and changes every day. And there's things that I can't control, but the things that I can, communicating and getting that information out to you via our social media platforms, which we will be increasing. We're going from not just only Facebook, but we're going to increase it to Instagram. We already have our YouTube channel, so we'll continue to do those things as well. But you're going to see more of us on our platform and our websites, just communicating with parents and making sure that they have what they need to understand what's going on in the district. We're not hiding anything. We're here to do good work. We do hard work, and we're all about making sure that this district continues to excel. So lastly, the committees, there are several committees that we belong to or that we have, and it's important that we allow those individuals who belong to those committees to get a little closer to us, to dig behind the scenes and see what we actually do. And that, is important to the community because now there's another voice that's involved that's allowing them to know, I spoke with Mr. Pease, I spoke with Ms. Clement about this topic, and now it's coming from someone from the community a little bit closer to them. And so they feel a sense of relief when they hear from not just my voice. What we're saying is what we're doing, and so that brings a level of comfort. So there's several committees that are important. We do our CPAG, which is our Special Education Parent Advisory Group. We do our Bilingual Parent Advisory Committee, and we have our Early Childhood Advisory Committee, and we also have our Citizens Advisory Committee. So those are some great committees to be a part of, along with your HSAs at each school. So it's important to get involved, so that you have an understanding about what we do or get a closer understanding of what we do and also provide that support. Parent learning opportunities, during those committee meetings, there are learning opportunities for parents. We want to use those committees to help educate our parents on some of the curriculum. Just helping my son, he's in first grade, doing math. Math is totally different than it was when we were in first grade. So sometimes you need a little clarification on what the teacher is asking your child to do. Maybe a little different than what you're used to, or the way you do it may be different than the way we're teaching it. So having these opportunities to talk to teachers and be a part of these committees are very helpful. I know the FAST program is a STEM program that they have throughout the year. And it's a great way to see some of the activities and see teachers involved with the students and get a chance to see some of the things that we're doing in the public. And I think that's about it. Any questions? Here's some of the communications, some of the things that we send out. Mr. Long.
I have a question for Ms. Clement. Ms. Clement, you said during professional development, there's dancing. And my question is, do you know that in his neighborhood, Mr. Pease is known as Fred Astaire?
Yeah, right.
So I want you to take full advantage of that during your professional development sessions, please.
Understood.
I got a mean
Be aware of that. It's a known fact.
But with our communications, I don't know if you have seen it, on each website of the schools, we have a digital backpack. And in there, you're going to find all the flyers that come from different organizations throughout town, information and letters from your school buildings. So it's a great way to make sure you have the information that's going on in your school. And if you missed it, just go to the digital backpack and it'll be there. So that was something new that we started this year. And again, our website and our Facebook posts are another way to get information, and our IT team does a phenomenal job making sure that our technology is up and making sure that we're able to put that information on our website and on our Facebook pages. So again, we're really pushing the whole communication thing. We added a communication piece here for meetings. We have our email public portion or public question portal that allows people who can't attend the meeting to submit a question via email. Almost same thing as our phone calls, and so we'll monitor those throughout these meetings. But we are really pushing, making sure that our community has a voice when it comes to the students that we're making, and we're listening, and that also the information that we have is getting out to everybody in a timely fashion.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So for your community flyers, I really love that digital backpack. So will that help alleviate from the nonprofit organizations have to burn off 1,400 copies?
If they don't want a paper copy, all they gotta do is send me a digital copy of it, and I get it to Mr. McCrary, who then puts it into the appropriate backpacks.
That is awesome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes.
So here's some pictures from some of the fast nights that Ms. Stump and her team puts together. And it's just a great way for learning to take place in a fun environment in our schools. Our teachers are involved. I love the concept. There's also during CPAG, we always have a guest speaker come and talk about some of the urgent concerns that their students may be dealing with in special education. So, these are all great things that have been here, and now I'm just using them to continue to do great things in the district and just improving them. So we're going to add a little flavor to it, and we may tweak some things, but most of these things have been in the district, and I'm just taking advantage of putting my own little philosophy and style on it. So, and I truly believe the more I communicate with my parents, my teachers, and my administrators, the easier the job is for me, because it's a tough job. Let me tell you again, superintendent job is a tough job. I hear all of the stuff that goes on in the district, and there's no escaping it. I have to deal with it. A lot of times I'm fortunate to have a strong team beside me, Ms. Clement, who handles a ton of it. But then there's times when I have to get involved, and there's times when you have to make tough decisions. And me being the face, it's easy for me to take a lot of those hits. But you have to be built to be in this position, and I thank God for the training and the years of experience that I had to deal with it. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to do the work, regardless of how difficult it is. I'm happy to do the work, and thank you for coming out tonight.
That is so awesome.
Mr. Boyd? No.
Is there a need for correspondence tonight, Ms. Boyle?
No, Mr. President, we have no correspondence this evening.
Okay. I'm looking for a motion to approve the following meeting minutes of the Board of Education for Wednesday, December 10, 2025, open and closed session.
Motion to approve the following meeting. I move that we approve the following board minutes from our Board of Education meeting, regular December 10th, open and closed session.
Second, Ms. Martin.
Any questions? Roll call?
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Lloyd,
Yes.
Ms. Martin. Yes. Mr. Matthews,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves. Abstain. Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
So,
Matthews.
Mr. Matthews, since you did not attend that meeting, would you like to abstain?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
On Monday, January 12th,
Motion is carried.
motion is carried. Are we ready now, Ms. Boyle? You know I'm rolling.
I'll
On
keep it
Monday, January 12th at 4 p.m., I met with our board attorney, Mr. Howard Long, in his office. I expressed to Mr. Long my desire to comport myself in a manner that is always ethical and transparent. I asked Mr. Long to research and prepare for my use a detailed written opinion regarding whatever permissible and non-permissible engagements by me as the board of president. This stems from the fact that I am an immediate relative and as defined by the school board ethics law was employed by the school district prior to my decision to run for the Board of Education. Now that I have been selected as the board president, I intend to be particularly mindful of fulfilling my role in a manner consistent with the law. Subsequently, Mr. Long contacted me to advise that there is a case law which provides that in certain instances, I am precluded from making certain board committee assignments. I was not aware of this at the time. The committee members were named at our reorganization meeting last week, but now that I am aware, I intend to cure it in accordance with Mr. Long's legal advice. Hence, I am withdrawing my selection and assignment of board members to certain committees. The law states that in the absence of the board president making such assignments, the board vice president shall do so. Thus, I hereby rescind my appointments to the following committees: Education Committee, Negotiations Committee, Operations Committee, Policy, HR Committee, and the Technology Committee. I have asked Mrs. Pitts as Board Vice President to make the assignments to those committees. I reiterate my desire to at all times perform the duties as Board President in a transparent manner without compromise, ethics, and consistent with the rule of law. Thank you. Madam Vice President.
Mr. President, therefore, what I'm going to do is to announce the following committee appointments. Our Education Committee, our chairperson is Ms. Nieves. The members of that committee are Mr. Benjamin Matthews and Ms. Frida Martin. On our Negotiations Committee, the chairperson of that committee is Mr. John Shaw. The members on that committee are Ms. Lorraine Dredden, Mr. Benjamin Matthews. Our Operations Committee, the chairperson of that committee is Ms. Lorraine Dredden. The members are Mr. John Shaw and Mr. Benjamin Matthews. Our Policy Committee, the chairperson of that committee is Ms. Wanda Glaud, myself as a member, and Ms. Rebecca Nieves, also a member. And our Technology Committee, Mr. Clark is our chairperson. Members on that Technology Committee are Mr. Benjamin Matthews and Ms. Rebecca Nieves. All other appointments that were made last week at our reorganization meeting remain the same.
Thank you. Moving along to the board committee reports. Do we have a student rep?
Should we, have a vote on that?
Do we need a vote on that, Mr. Long?
We can ratify those appointments. Yes, sure. There's a motion and a second and an all in favor.
Okay. I'm looking for a motion to ratify all the committee appointments that were made last week at our reorganization.
Second.
Can I get a first? Okay, get a first,
As amended tonight.
as amended tonight.
Motion Matthews.
Second, Ms. Martin.
Any questions? Roll call.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Claude,
Yes.
Ms. Martin. Yes. Mr. Matthews,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves. Yes. Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you so much. Moving right along. Do we have a student representative tonight? Okay, moving right along. We going, any report from our athletic and arts committee?
Yes. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. For the athletic report for 1/14/26, the girls wrestling program is consistently improving. Freshman Shalea Fleetwood is an up and incoming star. Her only loss this season is to the defending state champion. As an eighth grader, she was the undefeated at the middle school. On January 7th, at the Melrose Game Trail, the boys 4x400 relay team of Prince Awusu Tum, Keon Ali, Elijah Deanley, and Karan Ali, Karan Ali is a Townsend University committed student athlete, placed second with a time of 3:22.49, which ranked number 1 in New Jersey public school and number 2 overall in the state of New Jersey. With that time, they qualify for the Melrose Game and will compete against some of the nation's top high schools. Also, January the 7th, the girls 4x4 relay team also won magnificent numbers and states. Mr. Thomas, do you have the information on the girls relay team?
I believe I do that, Ms. Carl. Let me just check my trusty companion here. Number 1 in the country.
Yes. So our girls team is number 1 in the country. And we have a few upperclassmen that are already committed to college, and we have the rest of them that aren't seniors. They're all underclassmen. So our girls are going to keep moving forward. And we also have our girls basketball team, which is 7-4. They had 4 losses, and the 4 losses that they had were to top ranked teams. And the team is getting better and we should still run strong with the playoffs. Our boys basketball team, they're not doing so well, but we as a community and as a school district, we should still go out and show the school spirit and try to uplift them and get them to do better at their school as well as the boys wrestling team. And as far as the arts is concerned, by me being the adoptive parent of school number 3, I can speak on school number 3. School number 3 will be having a Black History program on February the 11th. Please check the School 3 website to see the time of that presentation. Also, for some of the arts, at school number 6 on January 22nd, they will be having their winter concert. And on January 27th, at school number 5, they will be having their winter chorus concert. So let's go out and support our kids in the arts and the athletic programs so that we can ensure that we can pull together as a community to continue to give the positive reports. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. I will assume they can look in the digital book bag for them flyers too as well.
Yes.
Moving right along to our Citizens Advisory Committee. Will there be a report?
No report, but Mr. President, we have in our folders the list of citizen advisory members. And I would like to note that back in November, when we had our meeting, the members of the CAC committee at that time, I had expressed to them that if they were interested in continuing, that they let me know.
Okay.
If they were not. So those who were a part of the committee still remain. Those who I haven't heard from, they're no longer a part of the committee at this particular time. I am missing some numbers on these, but I will get the phone numbers. And I anticipate that we'll probably have a meeting only because we're just starting out in January, next Thursday, at 6:30 in the administration building.
Would you mind reading the names that you have so far?
Yes, Tiffany Brown, Rob Fox, Rosie Hoffman, Marcy Tomasello, Deborah McKim, Rachel Patch, Abigail Murphy, Eunice Day Crook, Capri Bailey, Jennifer Moss, Gregory Wake, Louisa Vega, Patrick Oates, Julie Peterson, Jamal Stevens, Paul Blickus, Gerald Lamoda, and also Diane McKinney.
Thank you so much. You said you'll have a date for the meeting for me by next meeting,
We will have a meeting next Thursday.
next Thursday, so that'll be your annual meeting,
That will be the first one.
first Thursday.
And you also asked the committees to let you know, the Citizen Advisory Committee usually meets on the first Thursday of every month.
Thank you so much. Excellent, excellent.
And can I
Moving-
add one more thing to that? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I have a request of the policy chair for the CAC, an attendance policy for the CAC, to add that on. And as well, a long time ago, we used to require CAC members to at least attend one board meeting a month. We would like to bring that back as well.
Okay. Do we need to do any type of ratification for that?
Oh, no, that needs a policy change, which should come out of the policy committee, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So can we move on?
Yes.
All right, now we're at the Education Committee. Ms. Nuevez?
As of right now, pending further discussion, we intend to meet the last Monday of the month at 5:30 in the administration building. But we'll get with Ms. Clements and ratify that.
Thank you so much. Marketing Committee, anything, Ms. Pitts?
Mr. President, at this time, I will speak with the members of the marketing committee so that we can schedule a time and date and place for the marketing committee to begin to meet. I anticipate that will begin sometime this month.
Excellent, excellent. Mr. Shaw, negotiations?
At this time, unless Mr. Pease and Ms. Boyle let the negotiations committee know, there is no need to have any meetings until further notice because the negotiations committee rocked out last year and had everything squared away.
Absolutely exceptional there, Mr. Shaw. Really appreciate your service. Operations Committee, Ms. Dredden, anything?
Nothing for today, Mr. President, but I want to just say that on the fourth Tuesday of January, the 27th at 5:30 will be our Operation committee meeting.
Thank you so much. Ms. Claude, policy.
Yes, I have a copy of the schedule for policy for January through July 2026 and a list of the policies that we will pull out. Mr. Davis, I will give you a copy. We will have 2 policy meetings on Mondays. It's 2 Mondays. The dates are on here. One will be in person and one will be virtual. At the request of Mr. Davis, I try my best to do it at 4:00. But I had to think about when I come out of my subdivision at 3:30, I'm stuck there for like 15 minutes because of the school buses. So I would never make it at 4:00. So I made the in-person meetings for 4:30. All right, and the virtual meetings will be at 4:00. That way we can get it in and get it over. So I will pass this along to all of the board members so they'll be aware and know what policies that we will be covering to get the policy handbooks updated to current date. And that completes that.
Thanks again, Ms. Claude, very appreciative.
Yes.
Technology Committee, Mr. Clark is not there. Have any communication been with you, Mr. Matthews, or anyone else on that committee?
Yes, we intend to meet virtually the last Friday of every month at 5:30.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Township Economic Development Council, Ms. Dredden, you'll be assisting. We'll be going on that event. I believe one of the first events is, I believe, on the first Monday in February.
Okay.
All right. Mr. Matthews, Drug and Alliance, any information?
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. Planning Board, Mr. Shaw, any information you want to share?
We have our reorganization meeting tomorrow and our meeting right after that, so that will be upcoming.
Thank you so much. We're moving along right at the,
Mr. President,
yes.
I did forget to give you the Athletic and Arts Committee date. We will be meeting every second Monday, once a month at 6 p.m. in the admin building.
Good, good.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna move right along to page 3, the superintendent's report. I'm looking for a motion to accept the superintendent's report. It starts on the top of page 3, goes to the middle of page 7.
Mr. President,
Yes,
it was brought to my attention that on page 6, item number 23.
page 6, item number 23.
Yes. It says it's under professional development, and it says approved to have 24 middle and high school social studies teachers to visit.
Mhm.
It should be 34.
Okay, so can I get a motion to accept the superintendent's report with the change to item number 23 on page 6? How many did you say?
From 24 to 34.
To 24 to 34.
Mr. President, I move that we accept the superintendent's report as it appears beginning at page 3, continuing through to page 7 with the noted change.
Do I have a second?
Any questions?
I just have one comment. I had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Pease earlier about the light speed systems and stop it solutions, item number 25. I was actually really excited about that and wanted to give him the opportunity to explain that to the community as well.
Sure. The Lightspeed System and Stop Solutions is a grant program that is in several South Jersey schools already. And this program will allow our students to report anonymously any mental health concerns or issues or any concerns that may be troubling them at the time over the weekends or after hours. We will design the calls to either go to our administrators during a reasonable time. If not a reasonable time, it will go to our police department, and they will be a partner in this as well. So we're excited about this monitoring and just allowing our students to have another layer of protection during difficult times.
Thank you, Ms. Pease.
Thank you. Thanks again. Moving right along to the business administrator report in the middle of page.
Mr. President,
Where we at?
a roll call.
Okay.
Mhm.
Going too fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Skip it.
Roll call. Can I get a roll call, please?
Absolutely. Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Lloyd,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Matthews,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts,
Yeah.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
The motion has carried.
Moving right along. In the middle of page 7, the business administrator's report. I'd like to get a motion to accept the business administrator's report in the middle of page 7 all the way to the bottom of page 13.
Mr. President, I move that we accept the Business Administrative Board Secretary report as it appears on page 7 and continues through to the bottom of page 13.
Green second.
Any questions?
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
All right, you had asked me before the meeting if there were any changes. So we send the agenda out to the board on Friday, and it's posted on Monday. We did add one sentence to item number 21. So the agenda that you should be, if you're looking at the agenda you received on Friday, there's an additional sentence. put in. And this is under item number 21, bid 2026-10, security staff. So A, we're approving to record the bid of the vendors we received. B, we approve to award that bid to security staffing to Semper Secure. Semper Secure is higher than Disc Writer.
Okay.
So we added in the bid submitted by the apparent low bidder, Disc Writer Inc., is being rejected as non-responsive. So we rejected the lowest because it was non-responsive, and we went with the second lowest. which was-
So do I make, I need to add it to the, add it there, right?
Would
It's
both
on the
who making the motion would be agreeable to amending their,
It's not amended. The one that was posted was already changed. It
Great,
was
thank
just the board, the initial one we
and
sent
we
to
can
the board.
proceed. but-
So that was just an
No
informative
further
comment.
Yes,
questions.
All right, so we can move right along.
Yes,
Can I go to a roll call?
if you'd like, sir.
Roll call?
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Claude,
Yes, but I have to abstain on page 11, item, excuse me, no, on page 12, item number 22 at the bottom.
you're going to,
Yes.
thank you. Ms. Martin,
Yes, but I have to abstain from page 12, number 22.
thank you. Mr. Mathis,
Yes, but I had to abstain from page 12, item number 22.
Mr. Matthews, you're okay with the no charge?
Yeah.
Am I-
It's a
Yeah,
no
you
charge.
you can vote in favor of that if you like, as long as we're not expending money.
Then yes.
yes. Ms. Nieves,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes, but I have to abstain from page 11, number 20.
Ms. Pitts,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
The motion has carried.
Motion is carried. Okay, we're moving along to page 14, the personnel report. I'm looking for a motion to approve the personnel report. The superintendent recommends approval of the following actions. Can I get a motion?
I move, Mr. President, I move that we approve the personnel report as it appears at the beginning and the top of page 14 and continues through to the bottom of page 18.
Green second.
Any questions? Roll call?
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Claude,
Yes,
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Matthews,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
The motion has carried.
Are there any addendums?
We don't like addendums anymore.
So I think that is enough. So, Open Public Records Act. Is there any-
No, we did not respond to any during this time period.
Any informal items?
Yes, just wanna wish everyone a happy new year. Also would like to use this time to recognize, this amazing community, our students, our staff, and I'm thankful for the, administrative team that I work with daily and closely, and that's, Ms. Boyle, Ms. Clement, and Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
And I am appreciative of their, support of my work. So thank you, and that concludes my update.
Any old business?
I have one item.
Mhm.
So we remember that the CAC had recommended the establishment of the Arts and Academic Hall of Fame. So I wanted to post that we officially put that out on our social media channels, and Mr. Pease, if you could talk to the township as well, so they can post it. So that we can begin forming that committee and people can apply and we can get that moving forward.
Anything else on the old business? All right, moving right along to new business. Anything under, Ms. Claude, you got anything?
Oh, yes, it's
Under
new
old
business,
business?
it's new business, old business information. I would like to thank, Mr. Pease, Ms. Clement, and, Dr., say your name again? Ferguson, I apologize for that. Sometimes I have like some kind of space out in my brain. Anyway, I would like to thank you so very much for the presentation in which you gave us today. That warmed my heart, like seeing the progressions that you have made since the beginning of the school year. And as we continue to strive to succeed the goals that we set back in August, that I know that come September, we'll have a whole new set of goals because we would have achieved these goals as we continue to sharpen them up. So thank you so very much for taking that time. I appreciate it. And it shows how stellar our school is actually really is, not just athletically, but academically and administratively. So thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Claude. Couple things in
Mr.
new
Thomas.
business. Go ahead, Mr. Shaw.
Just to reiterate what Ms. Claude said, to know when we were during our board retreat in August and we were setting these goals, to see where we're at by January with Mr. Pease and Ms. Clement, and now you, Dr. Ferguson, and Mr. Davis, and
Ms. Boyle.
I wasn't done yet. I gotta say, Ms. Boyle.
Boy, did you learn. Coachable. You are coachable.
To see where we are now in January and everybody here on this board and to have Ms. Nieves and Mr. Matthews here with us now, it really is amazing to know that just in 4 short months that we've come such a long way to accomplish everything. To have such great people in these administrative seats to lead us and our students and our teachers, and to have such excitement across the community to see where we're at is just truly inspirational. So thank you very much to each and every one of you. Whether you're sitting in those seats right there, Mr. Pease and yours, and every board member up here, thank you so much for everything you're doing for each and every student in Winslow Township.
And to add, I must put out thanks to our forefathers for those people who sacrificed and did the things necessary for us to be able to sit here and do what we do. I'm sure there was some blood, sweat, and tears that was done in them phases to get us here. But moving on to new
Mr. President, if I could just say
Go ahead.
also,
Go ahead.
just picking up on something that Mr. Shaw said, as he made reference to our retreat. If you can recall at our retreat, one of the things that we talked about, and we even have T-shirts that say, I think it encompasses everything, which says Team Winslow. And that's what our T-shirts said. And I think Mr. Shaw, I think you explained that beautifully by what you just said. Because to take that and pull it all together, it is Team Winslow. Thank you, Mr. President.
Anyone else at all? All right, going back to new business, I'd like to introduce or ask the board for discussion on getting a 5-year strategic plan. We're in a position where, like you said, we are doing very well. And we just want to make sure that we're sustainable and then moving in the right direction. We're in a pivotal moment, and I'm asking comments and questions because I like to have Dr. Barlow come down in a couple weeks and just do a presentation on how to establish a 5-year strategic plan. It can be done by their services. It can be done with Mr. Pease and his services, but I at least want the board to entertain that conversation about establishing a 5-year strategic plan. Any comments, questions?
That's fine.
Can I get a voice vote?
Do we need a vote?
Do we need to?
No, you have the authority scheduled.
Okay, so we will schedule, Ms. Boyle, can you arrange that with Dr. Barlow to come down at a convenience to do a presentation on capacity of creating a 5-year strategic plan?
Would you like to have that during a public meeting?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Another thing, which honestly, Mr. Peace has already been doing it, he's like, with, with all his great initiatives, we want to be more intentional with our outreach to nonprofit organizations and faith-based organizations so they know what we're doing, we know what they're doing. We're sharing their website, they sharing our website in order to create, as he said, a branding for Winslow Township. Moving forward, we have, Ms. Peterson had built some cards, some sympathy cards that we're going to intend to send out to people from the board or staff that have death in their family. We want to let them know that we care. We're going to send something to whatever place of establishment that's housing that to make sure that they know that we care and they're part of family. So there's no need for us to discuss that. Mr. Peace has already moved that moved that forward. The third discussion is our Booster Club. I believe Mr. Peace has some exciting information concerning our Booster Club because our athletic department is going places we've never been before. So corporate sponsorship and funding and for what I'm hearing, they're trying to go to Texas and for their first game. So we need the community, we need the businesses, we need everybody to around us and help us in this category. Mr. Peace?
Yes, I met with Principal Morella and Athletic Director Lane and Coach Dalton in regard to the Booster Club. I reached out, I sent an invitation to the president, but I think she was under the weather, so she did not attend. So I was informed that they would have a financial report to me by Friday. And once I receive that, I can share that with the board. Again, I reiterated to them that myself nor the board want any control over the Booster Club, but we have to make sure that their financial dealings are something that we are privy to. So they are all in agreement with that. And as of right now, I think the football team is the only Booster Club that is out there. I asked and I was informed that there were no other Booster Clubs, but there is a policy to manage those teams, booster teams, clubs rather, and we just need to make sure financially that they are handling the finances of fundraising for those teams properly. So I'll get that report and I'll be able to report to you either before our next meeting, or if you would like, I can report at our last meeting for January.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peace. Very outstanding. Moving on along to public comments.
Mayor, sir.
Sure.
The Winslow Township Board of Education highly values the input of citizens in making the important decisions that affect the children of our communities. We believe in the rights of citizens to observe board meetings. To ensure that all of our citizens have the opportunity to attend school board meetings and offer comment, and to ensure that the board can conduct the important business of the district, we ask that speakers follow the guidelines for making public comments. The board secretary will recognize those individuals in the audience who wish to make public comment, and we'd ask that you kindly respect the following procedures. 1, all members of the public attending school board meetings shall treat each other and the board with respect. 2, please state your full name and town of residence. 3, please limit your comments to 4 minutes. 4, submit your questions in the event we're unable to answer them tonight to the board with your name, email address, and phone number where you can be contacted, and your question will be answered within a reasonable time period. And lastly, individuals offering citizen comment are not permitted to make personal attacks on any district employee, board member, other testifier, or member of the public. Thank you, sir.
Okay to open it now?
It's motion open.
Okay, good. I'm looking for a motion to open up public comments.
Motion to open up public comments?
Can you name your? Was that Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw.
Mr. Shaw?
He said yes.
Sorry.
And then who seconded?
Dredden.
Mr. Dredden. Mr. Dredden
And Ms.
seconded.
Dredden, thank you.
Vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Boyle?
Mr. President, the list that was brought to me, there was nobody that had signed up to speak here. I'm asking Mr. Falciani if he has anybody on the line. We have nobody on the line. Prior to the meeting, I hadn't received anything through technology, so I didn't get that. Has anything come in since we Okay, do you have anything that came in? Because I just saw your notice and nothing else.
Nah, nothing.
Okay, so we have no,
session, yeah.
Nothing there, Ms. Boyle?
no participant.
All right, I'm looking for nomination a motion to close public comment.
Motion to close public comments?
Dren, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Executive session, Mr. President. We will need one this evening.
Okay, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn and go into, how does that go?
Yeah, if I may frame it so that
Please
we
frame it.
identify the correct exceptions to enable us to do so.
Please do.
In accordance with the requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act, we'll be adjourning into executive session on January 14th, 2026 at approximately 8:10 PM. Of the 9 items under the law that permit us to go into executive session, one would be with respect to contracts on a pending construction contract, Mrs. Boyle, that we had discussed earlier in the week. Hold on.
Pardon me, I can't understand what you're
Pole
saying.
barn,
Pole barn, okay.
okay?
And what number is that, Mr. Long?
That would be number 7. And number 8, which would be matters relating to employment, and that would be CSA selection process.
I'm looking for a motion to enter into executive session.
Motion to move into executive session?
Second.
Mr. Long, approximately how
I
long?
would say 45 minutes to an hour.
Roll call.
That's what's the-
Is it a roll call?
No, we,
Ms. Dredden,
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Mr. Long, Mr. Thomas,
Roll call.
thank you.
Yes.
Ms. Dredden,
Yes.
Ms. Lloyd,
Yes.
Ms. Martin,
Yes.
Mr. Matthews,
Yes.
Ms. Nieves,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Yes.
Ms. Pitts,
Yes.
and Mr. Thomas.
Yes.
Motion has carried.
Thank you.
Ms. Boyle.